The story of Noah. So in the book of Genesis, there is a story of a man named Noah, and God let him know that he was going to flood the earth. Guess things just weren't really going that great, and God said, let me hit reset on this, okay? So when he informed Noah to go ahead and build an ark, of course, the conditions on the outside did not actually match the activity of what Noah was doing. A lot of people said, Noah, it's not raining. What are you doing? Why are you building this big ark and spending all this time and all this effort to build it? What is this for? When honestly, Noah was told by God, hey, something's coming, a huge flood, and if you want to save your family, this is what I need you to do. So Noah built the ark, and everybody mocked him and everybody taunted him, but guess what happened? A flood eventually came. So Noah packed up 2 of every animal and his family, and they hunkered down in that ark for 40 days, 40 nights. And of course, the disposition of the ark, somewhere it landed on some mountain somewhere, and everything dried up and they were able to come out again. Okay, so if we take that story of Noah and the ark and we actually apply it to today, there are some things that you guys can pull out and actually not only learn, but act on. So back in 2021, of course, after the first effects or initial wave of COVID, we know that, they started putting out different laws. Secure Act 2.0 came out. And in 2021, there was something specifically that happened that had my eyebrow raised. And I'm actually one of those people who can do the eyebrow raise. Look at that. So my eyebrow was raised. And the reason for that was because the MEC or MEC guidelines for life insurance, cash value life insurance, actually made it to where we could stuff almost twice the amount of money into cash value life insurance. So of course, out of everything that was happening, that caught my eye. And I said, well, why would they do this? Is it because they love us? And honestly, a lot of times we think they pass laws because they love us, when there's also a hidden agenda behind it. And so I also asked myself, who knows about cash value life insurance? Who knows that when you put money into cash value, that only you and the insurance company can see it, not the IRS or the government, right? And I said, probably only about 5% of the population knows this. So with that information, what did I do? Of course, I'm a wealth of knowledge. I'm no gatekeeper. I definitely let you guys know that happened. But I got to work too, and I went ahead and got 2 policies on each of my children and 2 policies on myself, where we could double put the amount of cash that we were used to putting in our cash value life insurance into these new policies with new higher roofs. So again, going back to 2021 and the powers that be allowed this to be a thing, you got to look to now, and you almost have to ask yourself, did they know? Now, before you call me a conspiracy theorist or say that I'm fear-mongering, let's just be factual. Anytime you guys see a result, right, there's cause and effect. So anytime you're looking at the effect, the cause happened a long time ago. Okay, so with them raising these MEC guidelines, with them allowing people to put double the amount of money into cash value life insurance, they already probably saw a lot of things or knew of a lot of things that we did not know about. And so now what we're seeing, especially with them raising those guidelines and allowing us to put more in back in 2021, is 2025. And a lot of people are looking around saying, what's going on with the banking system? Okay, I see that, yes, we have, really great looking numbers in the market, but these seem to be a bit of an illusion because most of the people do not actually own these stocks. All right. So now we're starting to see a lot of effects from causes that happened even 20 years ago. But some of these causes even happened, back in 2008 to 2014. But I say all that to say they didn't raise those guidelines just to be raising them. I'm sorry. There's no way that this just happened to be a thing. And so, of course, for a lot of us that knew about that, which is only 5% of the country at that time, we took advantage of it. And a lot of us hopped on social media to let you know. But I would venture to say that when they raise those guidelines, a lot of the more wealthier population who use the accounts to actually evade paying more taxes. And if you're wondering what that looks like, I have a video called Watch the Money, so go watch that. But they knew, hey, this is an even bigger opportunity for us to make more money, right? Kind of some inflated gains in other areas of the market, and we can put that money in our cash value. We can wash it and never pay taxes and position ourselves to actually buy in when everything crashes. So Out of all the accounts that you can look into, put your money into, cash value accounts are the only account where pretty much it's just you and the insurance company who can see it. It's privatized. The money, once it's in there, will not be taxed on growth or when you go to take it out as a loan. And remember, loans cannot be taxed. So they pretty much set this up to benefit them, while some of us knew about cash value life insurance and we built an ARC ourselves and started putting a lot of that money into cash value so that, hey, if things really do hit the fan like it's looking, that money is protected. It's not touched. Whatever the market does, whatever correction we have, it does not get affected by that, because there are 3 ways that money can grow in cash value. Fixed, which is like a regular bank or CD or whatever. They give you a fixed rate. Variable, that's anything directly in the market. And then indexed. That means you get the gains of the market, not the loss of the market. And so, of course, a lot of us chose that number 3 option of growing our money indexed. And when the bottom falls out, we get to keep what we have and watch everything fall to the bottom. And yes, a lot of us will be positioned to buy back in when things bottom out. But if you're like me and you have a heart and you want people to know what's going on, well, you've been on social media for the last 7 years telling people what they need to be prepared for. And in 2021, when they mysteriously allowed us to put double the money in cash value accounts in life insurance and only 5% of the population even knew about it, we were out there with our bullhorns as well. So I'm not saying it's too late, but if you are listening, like I said, to a lot of the videos that I put out, and you're starting to say that a lot of this stuff makes sense. Kristen just mentioned the story of knowing the ARC, and she is saying build an ARC right now. I mean, I know you are maybe a little bit behind on some of the construction. It might not be cute, but go ahead and build an ARC, because once that money is in that ARC, aka cash value life insurance accounts, it can't be touched and is protected from the flood. If you would like to learn more about cash value accounts and whether it's appropriate for your financial situation, click the link below and schedule a consultation with me today.